Alright guys, so today we are going to be trying out this new support type in Gig 0. So obviously we are in JP, so I did actually pump in 6 more level of the custom level. Honestly, I didn't really want to do it because those are still one of the shortest item on hand. So I mean, like, I'm just gonna do it for the video and see what's going on. So this is gonna be the team that we are going to be looking at. So this is a full board of new type machines, and if we take a look at the full roster of specifically new type, which I didn't really filter in, we don't have a lot. You guys can see majority of them we have already gotten, with the few exception of the full armor double zeta, which is a tank, so you don't necessarily need the damage. We have Xion, obviously. This is definitely something I mean, I would say we probably may get it early next year or maybe this year in general. I don't really know, but this is another one that we'll be getting. And this one is actually from Victory series, which I don't know why there's a new type in there. I guess there's still new types out there, or new type machines specifically, but we have this one as well. But other than that, we have already gotten most of the things, or at least the one that I have owned. I think we can see what we... Can I pick things that I don't own? I think there should be a way, right? Let me see. Oh, I'm gonna hop out of this page first and now show you the rest of the list. Alright, so here are the rest of the roster that are not really said. We obviously do have the Red Zeta. We have this unit, I think is a Grey Mock, who's actually a really powerful bombardment type unit. And we have the newest Xeon, and we have the Awakening version of that, so that's something that we'll get. This one is actually pretty bad as well as a healer, so I wouldn't recommend that as well. This one is another Quibbly, the Awakening version of that, pretty powerful as well. But I mean, other than that, there's these three. These three are the limited version, which we will probably, we have this one already, but this you can kind of replace it with the purple one, let's say, for example. So these are the remaining three that supposedly we don't have yet, and that's we're not going to be getting them until maybe like another year and a half or something like that. So yeah. And then support, I just want to quickly show you guys the support roster as well. So I think definitely the next one we'll be getting is either Gan over here, or we are getting the narrative. These two are definitely top picks per se. I definitely agree with that. But I feel like Gan probably is not going to be the hottest pick compared to the narrative V-Packs, just because of the coverage it has. This one is specifically for Xeon related mobile suits, while this one actually covered for both new types. No, this one covered bombardment and general. Generic, which in generic you guys already know has the biggest roster out there, and then this one is sniper. So this one is more or less like, you can kind of say, a better version of Easy 8, because this one just has more coverage, while Easy 8 is specifically for bombardment and sniper. So this one is good. Now this one is actually really nice to have. So alright, yeah, I think now we can move on to the showcase. Alright, so first hopping in, we are not going to be bringing Engage 0. We are simply trying to see what this team can do at the moment, and then after that we are going to tag along Engage 0. So even right now, a lot of the units that we have here are able to bust out almost close to 100k with their, you know, rate equipment. So they're all really, really good. Specifically, Double Zeta is still hanging out really well. This Quibbly Mark II with the Nadia Links, the one that is supporting, what is it, the Unicorn Perfectibility, is actually still really strong. The only ones that are really falling off is both the Zetas, the yellow Zetas, and then the Zeta with the high Mega Launcher. I'm just gonna say, because I don't have any Transcendent skill on them, so they are bare stock, so they're not really performing as they should be. You guys do know Zeta with the Transcendent skill is really powerful, the yellow one, while the purple one I still argue overall don't seem as impressive in my opinion. And yeah, look at Double Zeta. Is just, yeah, I would say also with the equipment that we have, is it just makes it incredibly stronger, and it's definitely killer. So alright, so it's not bad, most of them, with the exception for both those Zetas, are getting close to like 90k and then double Zeta is obviously at 100k already. So I'm gonna see what our timer is, because obviously whenever we are doing a lot of these, like how good the support is, we want to see how fast we are able to clear the match, for example. So for this one specifically, we finish off at, let's see. Alright, so we finished it off at 127 seconds, so that's pretty good. So up next, we're going to do the same run, and then with the Engage 0 support, how much better are we going to do? Alright, so it's going to be the same co-op again, and then we do have Engage 0. As far as Engage 0, I gave the modules that is increasing the EX skill gauge recovery, so you're not really going to be seeing like a peak DPS from this unit, which I don't think we are going to be seeing too good of a damage anyways. And oh, it's actually not too terrible. If had I actually given the like the DPS oriented modules, I would definitely say we should do a fairly decent number. And yes, yeah, it's not that bad. So if you are looking at it from a global perspective, you can kind of scale down those digits, and then it should be alright. It wouldn't be the best still, but at least it's doing pretty good. And then on this run, you guys can see top 3, they are already at their 100k mark. So you guys can definitely see that the support is actually kicking in really well. Okay, it's not bad. I'll definitely give you that. And the 2 Zetas are just still, they're still lagging behind, unfortunately. That's it is what it is. But I think this time around, we definitely we should have finished at a better time. Alright, so let's kind of see. Yeah, 105, that is definitely a huge improvement. Not the biggest improvement, but it is definitely pretty evident having the 6th unit did help as far as just boosting the overall team, so that's good. I'm gonna do one more attempt. This is not gonna be using any new type related. I'm gonna be using some of the newest units in JP, and then I'm gonna see how effective this unit is. Granted, this unit is only providing the 14% to non-new types, and then via the EX skill, we're getting a little bit as well. So I'm just gonna see how effective that is. Virtually every unit in this team is some of the newest unit that has released for JP. So let's kind of see. I think just gonna put it like that. I don't think I need to change anything else. And 3 out of the 5 unit that we have in this team, they have their something called the what is it, gear system or something like that. The skill, the new skills. So a lot of them are just going to be doing insane amount of damage that you will probably never seen before. And yeah, and we're doing pretty good. But I definitely say when we do add in that support, even the extra 14% at base should actually offer a decent amount. And keep that in mind, none of these units are actually new time machine, unfortunately, so you're not really going to be getting the benefit of the other portion, but I think it should still help. And I just want you guys to keep in mind the damage per second a lot of these units are doing, and then when we do the other run, I think it should be pretty clear. I would definitely say maybe we get like a good 5% damage increase. So from Senanju, we'll probably bump up to like a 1.4 or maybe 1.3 if the lowest, if I want to lowball it. But alright, we should be done. Yep, we finished over here. Alright, so timer wise, what are we looking at? So 134. Okay, that's pretty good. And then I'm gonna add in wings, or not wings 0, engage 0, and then we'll see how we do. This is gonna be our last run, and then I don't even know how I want to actually position this. Actually, I'm gonna spread them out because of how fragile the engage 0 is. I just don't want that unit to take any shots, and it's gonna be really terrible to actually do this. Yeah. All right, let's kind of do that. Like this team, we don't have any healer, we don't have any tanks, so if we do take any shot, we're gonna die. All right, so I don't really want that. So when everything does activate with even like the EX skill pop for the engage 0, we should have up to a 28% damage buffing. So we are gonna see how effective that is, and the number thus far does seems pretty nice. It did at one point peak to 1.3 mil per second. That's good. But dude, can this team actually survive? Like that's what I want to know. Like, okay, 1.3, I'll take that. Okay, it's climbing, still climbing. Okay, we are maintaining our HP for most of the unit. I'm a little bit afraid for the narrative B2 packs. Actually, it's it's kind of dripping a little bit, buddy. You gotta, are you good? Oh, dude, I saw perfectibility. Oh no, perfectibility die. It happened last time around, and that's the you took the hit. How unfortunate is that? And can the rest make it? All right, the rest actually took it in for us. All right, okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm always afraid to run these tier 3 co-ops just because of how unpredictable a lot of these are. When we excluded Engage Zero on the team, we survived the whole way through except for Perfectibility NTD. But this time around, Sinanju actually took the hit as well. So if we don't see any faster timer, which we did not, or did we? I forgot actually. But if we did do any better, I guess that's good. But if not, I think it's definitely pretty self-explanatory of why. But there you guys have it. That is going to be the quick showcase for Engage Zero. As far as the buffing capability, I definitely say for later game wise, like once we head towards past our initial phase of this over here, I would definitely say Engage Zero probably is not going to be as of a prominent buffer as it once was. So it's there. It's gonna happen to every unit per se. Like we don't see Zeta in this team because Zeta is probably gonna get out damaged by literally every unit in this team. So it's pretty self-explanatory at this point in time. But yeah, that's just to prove that I will not recommend people to summon for the Engage Zero. I rather have you guys wait for like an better support that's yet to come out. So I mean, yeah, that's with that said, that's gonna be it for me, and I'll be catching you guys all on the next one.